Hey, welcome to This Commerce Life, an unscripted podcast that focuses on the stories behind small and independent Canadian retail and Canadian CPG.
What we try and do is deliver or pull out the story of our guests and give them to you. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly of retail and CPG in Canada. We're filling a need because we think that retail is hard on the best of days, but it's also a wonderful, wonderful place to grow up and make your living.
We also think that the industry, nor the people that inadvertently find themselves in the industry, really understand the industry at all. They don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes.
So listen to us, Phil and Kenny. We'll unravel it for you. We'll give you the story. We'll give you the story behind the story.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fantastic, Phil. How are you?
I'm well, Robert. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. Kenny should be here in just a second. But we're kind of excited to have you on.
Just
yeah.
kind of? Not
yeah,
really?
Just kind of. Just kind of.
I get that. I'm kind of excited to be on. How about that?
Oh, man. Yeah, no, Stephanie has really, really great things to say about you. So,
Oh, well, I have the same to say about her. She's amazing.
yeah, she's
awesome.
pretty amazing. Yeah.
So tell me more about your podcast. Like I see that you guys have been doing it for a very long time. It's pretty awesome. So how did it start for you guys?
We honestly we so Kenny and I work in kind of the same space, or we did for a long time. So he was a buyer at London Drugs. I was a sales strategy guy for a bunch of different Fortune 100 companies, and then I left to go to startup, and then he left London Drugs. And I happened to be out there, so I said, "Hey, let's get together." I don't know him. I just know him from a work capacity.
Right.
We got a coffee. It was supposed to last like an hour. We were there like 3 hours. That's
awesome.
And I said to him, "Hey, let's keep this going." He goes, "Cool. I don't know what that means." And I go, "I have an idea." So I went back and set up a kind of a podcasting sort of thing, and we just started recording. And
Very cool.
we've done it every week since, except for when Kenny was weak and contracted COVID. So other than that,
We did 2 episodes. We had them in the bank. We never missed a week.
Never missed a beat.
It just wasn't that week, but it was recorded in our week.
Yeah.
I get it. Hi, Kenny. I'm Robert.
Yeah, so we've been doing it ever since, and then it evolved pretty quickly. Like at first, it was just us two idiots talking to each other, and then we didn't really have expectations. We always thought it'd just be fun to talk, and then one day it won't be fun to talk to each other. But it's kind of evolved into this thing, and now I think really quickly we realized we wanted guests on, and then really quickly we realized that there was nobody talking about Canadian entrepreneurs, Canadian businesses,
Small business.
medium businesses in particular.
The lifeblood of the country, you mean?
The part that nobody talks about because it's not sexy, and to your point, it's 80% of the population works in this space.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll talk all day about McDonald's, but we won't talk about real food service chefs. Like, you know what I mean?
Or any small business, all this
another restaurant closes down. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny, right? Because even the way
terrible.
we talk about that, like the two of us were talking about like dinner experiences. Both of us like to go to local restaurants. We don't like to hit chains, right?
Yep.
And then, he came out from a Greek restaurant when, God, they charged me like $40 for that dinner per person, and I don't know if they made any money. Right. But, like you don't hear the normal consumer say that. Normally they're like, oh, my God, what the hell? When you've been in it a little bit longer, you realize like, holy shit, they're not making.
Well, if you know the cost of goods,
how do they make this for $20? Like, it's not.
They barely make it. That's how they survive. Yeah.
People don't get it though, right? Because they do it costs $1 for the pasta. Well, not that pasta costs, but any good pasta doesn't cost $1. We know that.
Yeah.
But you start to, guys, listen. But you know what? There's overhead. There's so many other expenses. Like it's if you want to make it at home, if you want to do that comparison, stay home.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
that's the
that's
thing.
not
It's like
that's not why you go out. You don't go out to save money.
No,
Yeah.
You go
no,
because you want an
you couldn't.
experience. You want to try something different. You don't
Yeah.
want to cook,
Exactly.
whatever.
You don't want to clean up. That's the big thing.
All of it. But
Yeah.
to Phil's point, that came out of the Greek one. 'Cause, I mean, I know the cost of goods. I mean, I work for two food distributors. I've been in this industry for 20,000 years. You start thinking, fuck, man, you guys are running tight.
Every
Like,
restaurant does.
that feels like about a 75 margin. I don't know if you're going to make it.
That's the problem in this industry is that most people who are operators, they are so they're just so aware of the perception of value in this business, right? And that's one of the biggest problems is that a lot of times operators are their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
They won't look after their own bottom line, but because they want to make the customer happy. Because usually it's because you're hospitality people, right? And you want to make customers happy, and
Yeah.
we're our own worst enemy a lot of the
Right.
time.
But define happiness, right? Happy means I love to sit down
Yeah.
and I don't mind. Listen, I'm Italian. I can do my own pasta. I don't need to go for pasta. I don't mind spending $30 for a plate of pasta or 35, but it
Yeah.
better be pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And if it's a really good plate of pasta, then okay, whatever. I'm
Well,
out.
a lot of it,
Whatever.
it's not even just a plate of pasta. It's like how, it's the whole package. It's like,
All of it.
yeah,
All of it.
how it made you feel just going there. Like that's
Absolutely. That to me is the trick is like, okay. I mean, first it's got to be good, clearly, but I like a nice setting. I like maybe it's the ambiance of it's a hop in place, if that's not what I'm
vibe of the
looking for,
room. Yeah,
or it's
absolutely.
super quiet and the servers are on me or not, or whatever I deem important in that moment.
Yeah, clean bathrooms or not, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Like in all honesty, I mean, there's certain
Fuck yeah.
places you go. I just try not to. I keep the bathroom out of my head because
Chinese
I had the bar
restaurants
already really low.
We walk through that with the kids, right? Chinese restaurants, like go to the bathroom before you go. That's not why we're there.
Or
Yeah,
if you're going to go, shut the hell
aim
up
not
and
to
don't look
sit,
at things.
aim not to sit anywhere near the bathroom, and and then hold it until you get home. Like that's
Yeah, exactly.
All good.
You know,
All good.
I get that. I get that.
But I do like a clean. I like cleanliness. Clearly.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's you can usually tell a lot about how clean the bathrooms are. Just if the bathrooms are clean, you know that then they are taking a lot of time and effort, and
That's what I think.
they're making it a priority. So if they're making it a priority in the bathroom, they're making it a priority in the kitchen. You just feel
I think so too.
safer.
Which means I should be a lot safer eating here, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, we're laughing at because when I used to go to Hong Kong for work, right? You'd go, and there's places we should never have eaten in.
Yeah,
We
I was
did.
in Thailand, same thing.
Yeah, but we did it because what the hell, right? But
Yeah.
and you didn't have to go to the washroom to know that. Okay, you know what? Just so we're all clear, we've got the pills in the room just in case. But this may go sideways.
yeah,
Exactly.
Whatever.
yeah.
All good. Clearly, you don't have that problem. We know that.
I hope not. Anyway, I hope
I
not.
hope not too.
For listeners, we have Robert Belcham on. He is, oh my gosh, he's a legit chef, and he's a member of Chef's Table. I know that much. And then I think you're running Fuel, and then Campanolo.
Campanolo, yep.
Okay, yeah, and then Fat Dragon is what I have.
So clearly, as you'll
that?
tell, we're not the most prepared people because
Nope.
we don't like it.
Yeah,
I
we
love
wouldn't
just
do that,
meeting
but
you. Say,
yeah.
okay, what the hell are you
Absolutely.
doing? Like, what's going on? Because you came
just enough
recommended,
to string
so you're
together.
on. Yeah. Stephanie
Well, I
said
mean-
you were talking to him, so we're talking to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm the same way. When I have a podcast as well, so I know exactly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't prepare if I don't have to. I know most of the people who are coming on, but
Yeah.
I don't need to know everybody's resume, and you definitely don't need to know mine. It's boring. No.
Well, not yet.
But those are three of the restaurants that I have had in the
Okay.
past. Campanolo
Okay.
is probably the most famous one. It was on Main Street, very
Yeah.
close to the Ivanhoe pub.
Yeah.
We had it for 13 years.
Wow.
It was very successful. We closed it during COVID. But I have two more restaurants right now, Monarch Burger on Main Street and Poppina Canteen that's on Granville Island. So
Oh, cool.
Okay.
What's the one? What was the burger? Monarch.
Monarch Burger. It's at Main
Where is
and
it?
Main and 14th.
So across the street from JJ or on the same side?
Same side as JJ Bean, same block. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like between Burgoo and
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the block. There's a pizza place, then Uncle Abe's, then Monarch Burger, and then an Egyptian grocer slash deli kind of thing, and then there's a bunch of Watson. There's a bunch of stuff. It's like
You don't
everything
happen
on
to
that
know-
block is food service. So
you don't happen to know Paul Favreau or someone like that, do you?
The name sounds very familiar, but
Because I think we came to your restaurant because Paul said we have to go because you were either a friend or a friend of a friend. That's why I'm rattling in my head. I'm thinking I think I've been there.
maybe it's a good burger. I'm not going to
It was a
lie.
good burger. That's why I remember. Like I actually remember this one.
Perfect.
That's a milestone for me too. But just memory is like that's
It goes as you get older. I
if
get
you
it.
stick upstairs, like buddy, you did okay because not much else sticks.
I get that.
Wow,
And then
cool.
your podcast is mise en place, is that right?
Mise en place, yeah, it's a
Okay, mise
French
en
term
place.
for
Yeah.
most French like chefs and stuff know that term. It's like everything in its place. It's just how you do all your prep work and stuff. But I use it sort of as a philosophy for an entrepreneur and as a chef, obviously, and it just in life, having all your ducks in a row is basically what it
Okay,
is.
we only got 50 minutes left with you, so we got to try to figure this one out. Because I definitely now this could be like a
You
4 hour
you
podcast
you
otherwise.
start because I'm adding his pie. I'm a huge
Yeah,
podcast
so
guy,
do this.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Who you are, what you've like, how long maybe you've done this, or why you do this. Because honestly, anybody in food service, I think you guys have to be
Yeah,
a little
a
screwy.
big fan.
Because I mean,
Yep.
I don't know why people do retail. I have no idea why people do food service. Tough
Yeah.
gig. But
Yes.
I'm dying to hear that. Like, and then just yeah, tell
Okay.
us what you're doing, or and the chef table
Absolutely.
part, we definitely want to know.
Yes, of course. So, I mean, I've been a chef for 35 years.
Oh
I
wow, okay.
started in 1994. I'm an old man. I've had many restaurants that I've worked in Vancouver for the last 24 years. I opened my first restaurant in 2006, and it was Fuel. And I've had many restaurants through the years. Um, you mentioned Fat Dragon. That was one that lasted 1 year because it was on the downtown east side. There's an amazing restaurant in that space right now, Dosenko. So please, if your listeners know,
Oh cool.
go check out Dosenko. It's an amazing Japanese restaurant. Campanolo was probably the most famous restaurant. We had Campanolo Roma, which was in East Van
Okay.
at
That's one I know too. That's
yeah,
across from the red
yeah, red
wagon, right?
where the Red Wagon used to be. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And a bunch of others. I've been working with the Chef's Table. The Chef's Table is a not-for-profit society that has been championing the
yes,
betterment
that
of
word.
all hospitality
Sure,
people.
whatever. I know that we know the word
Yes.
you're using, but I'm not going to try it.
Yeah, yeah. We've been trying to make it better for hospitality people for since 2004. Actually, I've been on the board since 2010. We just opened up the first of its kind. We calling it the Commons by CTS, which is basically this is where I'm sitting right now. It's a culinary library, a historical archive, a meeting place, community center for all people hospitality, and it's
Oh,
in East
that's
Van, it's
cool.
1250 East Georgia. That's where we had the cheese tasting with Stephanie, and we have
The
Yeah.
a
La
bunch.
Grotta thing, that's where this one was, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was
Oh,
just
Okay.
below. I'm on the second floor in this building.
Okay.
It's working in conjunction with a restaurant equipment wholesaler, Bar Green Ellingson. We're in the second floor of their building here in East Van, and we have this amazing office space to be able to. We have about 3,000 cookbooks. It's all donated by the community. A couple thousand periodicals plus all sorts of archive menus and different uh, different types of trophies and plaques and all this sort of stuff showcasing how the depth and breadth and the how great our culinary community is here in BC. It's an amazing space, and
that
we
sounds
literally
super cool. We should
Yeah.
be going there, Phil, when you're
you
down in the
should
city.
Yeah.
absolutely. It's open to the
Phil's
public.
in Mississauga, right? So, but he
Oh,
does
I didn't
maybe
realize
I'm in
that. I thought
probably.
Toronto.
you were in
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
No,
East
no,
Van.
that's okay. I'm in there. I'm out there a lot.
He's out there
Okay.
10, 12 times a year. So,
You should come by. I
Yeah.
mean, it's open to the public. If you like, anything to do with the restaurant business and food, this is the place to come and check out.
Food.
So,
oh
Yeah.
shit, that is really cool. I didn't know what it was. I knew that
yeah,
we were using it to do the cheese thing, and there might be some cool things that La Grotta can do and stuff.
yep.
But sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's something like this. We've asked everybody we've talked to tons of different people about this idea, and as far as we know, nothing like this exists anywhere in the world. There's
I
a
was going to
few.
ask you, like, is this something you guys copied from? Like
No, I
someone
mean,
went traveling and said, "Holy shit, we need to do this."
I came up with the idea in 2010 when I first joined the Chef's Table board because as a younger cook, one of the best ways for us, we all learned, was this is all pre-social media. The
Right.
internet was just sort of starting,
Yeah.
but everybody was into cookbooks. And as a professional chef, you had this. Every chef I know has a massive collection of cookbooks, and they're incredibly expensive. And as cooks, you don't make a lot of money. So I thought having a reference library that chefs could come and check out and then utilize for their career, I thought would be a great idea. And that idea has expanded. It includes this reference library, but then there's also a menu archive to sort of showcase where people have gotten their inspiration and the work that
Oh,
they've
that is
done in the
super
past.
cool.
And then as a community center, we want people to come and utilize the space, build menus, write menus, have meetings, and just have it as a home away from home to get out of the four walls of their professional kitchens or their restaurant, and just have a different perspective on life and understand that there's a lot of support out there for the people who work so incredibly hard in hospitality.
Yeah. Wow,
That
that's
is
so cool.
that's really
Who
cool.
knew?
So is this like not you don't have to answer like it's going to get worded wrong, but like is this a well used do we got like people hang out and do like
Yeah, that's exactly it. The
that's
people
fucking
are here every
awesome.
day hanging out. I mean, there are days when there's nobody here, but the majority of the time, there are people hanging out, writing menus, or looking at books, trying to find recipes, trying to find old recipes. We have other not-for-profits in the food space, like Growing Chefs is another great organization that brings food into the classrooms of a lot of schools around the Lower
Mm.
Mainland. They were doing a bunch of meetings here last week. Everything, the really cool part about this book, like this space, is that I said we had about 3,000 cookbooks, 3 or 4,000 cookbooks, and 2,000 periodicals. Is every one of those books and everything in here has been donated by people within the hospitality space. That part is really cool. So there's a
That's so
Wow.
cool.
yeah, it's really, really interesting. And like I said, there's nothing like this in the world. There's big culinary schools like the CIA
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Hyde Park and stuff. They have large culinary libraries, but it's not open to the public.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for if you're part of the school, like you're not
It's
getting in
exactly,
otherwise,
you have to be a
right?
student, exactly.
Right,
And
Wow.
right.
there's a few private libraries like in Europe and stuff for some social clubs, and there's a chef I know who has a really great private library, but they're not open to the public either. So this is the first of its kind. We're also going to have downstairs working with Bar Green Ellingson. They're building a test kitchen, so we're going to have this cooking space as well.
That's fantastic.
Hopefully by the end of hopefully soon this year. We're still trying to figure out how to make that happen, but it's going to be an amazing space too. We'll do culinary classes, we'll do continuing education classes on hospitality leadership, all sorts of different things, pop-ups, wine tasting, more cheese tastings, things like that. So it's going to be anything to do with hospitality. We want it to be here, basically.
Oh,
Something
That
very,
is
just
so
we have to
very,
cool,
go.
man.
yeah.
We have to
That
plan
is
and
so
go.
cool.
That seems really amazing.
And how did you get the space?
Yeah.
Well, we've worked with Bar Green Ellingson for years on different events. We do a lot of different events around this, the chef table. I mean, do a lot of
Right.
different events around Vancouver.
Mhm.
One of probably the most famous one that you've heard of, and maybe your listeners have heard of, is the Spot Prawn Festival that's held every year down at Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so they work with us on a bunch of different events. They knew about our idea for the library. They moved into this new building last July because the parent company bought this building here in East Van. They were looking for one for a long time. They finally found one, and they had this extra office space. And they were like, "Well, we can't rent it out because it doesn't have its own separate entrance or bathroom. But it's all this office space that was just going to fill with junk. So why don't we try to get some?"
Nice.
I know I know what the
Yeah.
CTS wants to do. I know the library they want to do. And it's
Yeah.
very symbiotic. They know that we have just a bunch of chefs walking through their showroom, and they come upstairs and they use the space. But every chef they're always looking for a new pan, a new plate, a new glass, a squeeze bottle, a thermometer, you name it. So they pick that up on their way out, and it's very symbiotic. It's a great partnership with
I
Bargaining.
am not a chef,
really
but
cool.
I would probably never leave there without something new.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
Honestly.
like the showroom is completely open to the public. So if you you don't have to be a restaurateur or restaurant owner to come and buy from here. So anybody can come and buy a pan or a plateware.
Robert, I did not need to know that. Like that is
And this is
I drool every time I walk through the
Son
showroom.
of a- I'm gonna have to
is
bring
this a
bigger
Monday to
luggage
Friday
now.
thing, or is it like
So the Commons is open Tuesday through Friday from from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm here usually. If it's not me, then we have some other volunteers that help man the storefront, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Best way to put it. But I'm here the majority of the time, and so yeah, I welcome everybody to this space, and that's why I want to do more of these. Let people know what's going on. So
Oh, 100%.
podcasts and yeah.
No, totally. Phil, we're filming on the Friday. What time?
We're at 11. We're with Skipper Otto, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
we're doing something with Sonia. But
Yeah,
I think
he's
because
amazing.
they're not far. He's not far from where.
Yeah, I know.
They're close.
I was
mean,
thinking
I'm
it.
thinking
I was thinking
maybe
it.
we come see him
Yeah,
that
yeah,
afternoon.
Yeah, I'll have all the gear already anyway, so
You want to record here? You can. I record
Oh,
my.
I think
we would
we'll
love
do
it.
something
We
together.
would
You
love
could
it.
show us this place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
That'd be
on.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is slick.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I didn't know we did shit like this in the city. Look at things you learn.
well, this is the thing. It's very unique. It's very new.
Yeah.
It just came to fruition. So, we opened up in the middle of October, last October, and then Christmas came. So it's sort of everything
Right.
slowed down, as obviously. But then we geared back up. I took a month off for a vacation, and then now I'm back at it. And so we're trying to get as many people in and through this place as possible.
Oh, that is so cool. No kidding. Steph's was excited about this one.
Yeah.
She was
Exactly.
on us to make sure we actually talked to you.
Well, she's a great
Yeah.
advocate for it. She saw it and she saw
Loves
that.
it.
I mean, everybody who walks in here, they see it and they're like, sort of, it's really hard to understand until you're here.
Yeah.
But when people see it, they're like, holy cow, like nothing like this really
Yeah.
exists.
This is so cool.
It's a big resource. It's a massive resource for people. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Wow. Okay.
amazing.
So it's we might be seeing you on the 17th of April.
Yep.
Come on down. I'll be
Yeah,
here.
seriously.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
I'd love to see this thing. I just think this is such a neat idea.
How
Yeah.
can we go back? How did you get into okay, so I love food a lot. Like
Yeah.
a lot, right? Like social feeds are all full of like how to make things because I'm trying to learn. But what do you like did you always know you wanted to cook? Like how
Did
did
your
you
parents
get
do this? Like,
into-
is this like
My
come
parents-
naturally or?
Yeah.
My mom was an absolutely I came to cooking out of preservation. My mom was a horrible cook.
Okay.
And I saw all these really amazing. I was I watched TV constantly as a kid. Like that's
Yeah.
all I did.
Yeah.
And I would watch PBS all the time. So when I found these cooking shows of all this amazing food being done, and we're talking like Julia Child and Graham Keir
Lloyd.
and
Yeah.
the Galloping Gourmet and
Yeah.
Yeah.
chefs of New Orleans and things like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell are all these? I'd never seen dishes like this in my life. And then I started to recreate them myself. And so I got into cooking when I was like 12 or 13. Never thought of it as a career ever until I was visiting my girlfriend at the time in Victoria. And I was she was going to nursing school. And I was just flipping through her the calendar of Camosun College and it had cook training in there. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do cook training. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life.
Yeah.
And so I went to culinary school. This was 1994. Went to culinary school and never looked back. I've been doing it ever since. And I fell in love with it the first day. I knew I'd never be hungry. I'd never be cold. I'd always make a little bit of money. I could find a job in any city in the world,
Absolutely. Anywhere.
anywhere.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats. And at the very least, I could always, if I ended up not liking, at least I'd know how to feed myself. So
Yeah.
it was very simple for me to move forward with that. It surprised everybody. Nobody had any idea, especially my parents. And I was very lucky that I had an aptitude for it, and I've been very successful.
Wow. Very cool, man.
Been very good life for me so far. Yeah. So that's the Coles notes of it all.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like everything else. You just, on the other side, when we receive wonderful dishes, you think somebody must have like envisioned their life doing this, right? But,
Yep. Or not,
Who
or
knew,
they
right?
just
Or not.
want it, or this is the thing.
Yeah.
So the podcast that I do is called Mise en Place, the podcast, and I've done about 135 episodes. I do
Yeah.
them weekly as well, and I love doing it. Just like you guys, just meeting people in the business is just
Yes.
really fun for me.
yeah,
And because the cooking community is actually really quite small, but you never really get an opportunity to really have a great conversation because you're always at an event or you're always doing a million things.
Yeah.
So you actually sit down with somebody for an hour or two and chat. And so I've had these podcasts with 135 different people that I've known and we're acquaintances with, but now they've become friends because I actually get to hear their whole story about how they got into the business, what they love about it, what they think the future of the business is, and just getting their perspective on how to make the businesses better. And that's the thing I think is the most fascinating and funnest, because everybody has the end goal is pretty much the same. They all want the business to be successful and they want to be successful. Right. And it's just everybody gets there a different way. And that story of how they get there, I think is just the coolest thing.
I think it's super cool. And I think it's like everything. I think, like specifically in this industry, I think you're not set up to succeed for the most part. It's a tough industry, right? So cool ideas here are cool ideas, but there's a lot of moving components. It's not an easy industry. So if you get a long run in a restaurant, God bless you, because that's impressive.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
super, super impressive, because that means you've buttoned down like not just the cooking part, which is obviously critical, but the financial part, human resource part, or whatever we call it now, cultural department.
Culture part, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you're absolutely
and all that stuff. There's a lot of moving parts in it. It's a tough industry, as you know. I mean, it's and it hasn't had a break in 6 years. Every week it seems to be a new angle of something just to muck with you guys.
Absolutely. It's a very difficult industry. I mean, and you hit the nail on the head. Like once you open a restaurant, if you don't know how to cook, you're screwed.
You're kind of screwed before you start.
Yeah, because the cooking should be the easy part of running, because then you have to run the business. And it's the running the business part that is the hardest part usually for most chef owned or chef driven restaurants. Small independent restaurants. I mean, the learning curve for myself was just astronomical. Like I knew a little bit about it, but when I opened my first restaurant in 2006, which was Fuel, I was very lucky that I had a great crew behind me to be able to handle the prep and a lot of the menu development and stuff, because I was busy learning how to run a business. And that's a whole other thing that most people don't even realize when they're opening a restaurant. And it's one of the restaurant math part of it, the financials part of it, is one of the biggest reasons why most restaurants fail, actually. It's
probably the reason, because again, we're going to make the assumption that you can cook.
Yes.
I mean, otherwise, okay, clearly, I mean, I can't help you on that. I don't know how to help you. I just know typically if my favorite restaurants close, like because him and I are in the business, not specifically a restaurant, but we get COGS and costing. I always look is because you couldn't charge. The reason $24 for a burger is what a burger is today is because you have no choice.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Make an $18 burger unless you want a slider.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's one of the most difficult parts. And this is where I was talking about earlier is like we are our own worst enemy.
Absolutely, because you're spending your money when you're making your food. Don't spend yours, spend mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't making the burger, so I might pay 28. Don't do that. Just hypothetically.
Well, this is the thing is like we talk about like I do a lot of restaurant consulting and I help people open up restaurants. And that's one thing we talk about all the time is that, if you look at other businesses, say you're selling cars or you're selling jeans or you're selling tennis shoes, you aren't negotiating at Foot Locker for a better price, and you're not complaining to the guy selling you the shoes at Foot Locker for why are my Jordans so fucking expensive right now? Yeah. You're not saying that, but we do it at restaurants because, like, again, we're about hospitality. We want people, no matter what, to feel good, even if it's at our own expense, and that's what's happened. It's been exacerbated because the margins have just been squeezed so tightly because of government regulations and all the different things that happen.
Just a million others. But I mean, if you came to the table, if someone had a complaint, $24 is outrageous for a burger. Then if you tell me why, here's where I got the meat. This is blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, maybe it should have been 28. Maybe I should shut the hell up.
People will still complain. They're
going to complain anyway. But if you don't want it, then cook at home. I hate to tell you guys, the solution is if you're trying to make the restaurant is a restaurant. You're going because it's a business. If you want cheap food, cook home.
Yeah, and even at home, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap either.
There's no such thing as cheap food anymore.
No,
this is the other thing I'm trying to get out to the public. If there's cheap food involved, somewhere along the line, like whether it's right at the beginning at the farm or at the ranch or at the fish at the on the fishing boat,
Yeah.
Yeah,
somebody has suffered along the way, either
100%.
through slave labor, which happens like just an astronomical amount. Like think about all that shrimp that's happening all around the world. Cheap shrimp is not cheap because there's definitely somebody along the lines who is actually a slave on a ship somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or there's
And if it is cheap shrimp, then you got to start asking different questions.
this
How
is
old is this shrimp?
well, yeah, there's that too.
Well, what's going on in the kitchen? Because seriously, that's
really
definitely what's
shrimp,
going on in
actually?
the kitchen. Like,
Yeah,
That's
really?
the other question. Is it really shrimp, right?
Or
Like,
is it really shrimp?
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
Yeah, components are components. That's what it
Well,
is.
quality costs money. Like that's
100%.
and we're usually fine with that when it comes to cars or handbags or shoes
Jeans or
jeans,
or sneakers.
sneakers,
Come
things
on.
like that. But when it comes to our food, stuff that we're actually putting in our bodies, we seem to want to haggle about it or complain about
I know.
it.
I don't get it.
Yeah. It's the burden of the restaurant business. And the complaints are part of like it's almost a game now with complaints, Google
Right.
reviews and things. I have a lot of fun rebutting a lot of people who write me negative Google reviews. I think please look at Monarch Burger's Google reviews. You will definitely have a chuckle. And it is at the expense of people who are I this is going to be very bad for me of saying this, but it's customers who have no bloody clue what they're talking about. But
no,
that's
no. Yeah, yeah.
No, you
I
can say
think-
it. We agree.
the
As
customer is
someone
not
who
always right.
reads reviews, I think there are a lot of those where you kind of go, listen, like these guys they're like, you look at it, and we were talking to the guy at Burgoo about this, right? And we're like, anything over 4, they work like you guys work hard for those reviews, right? So if I scan and I see 4s across the board, and then there's one at a 2.8, guess what? Immediately you're a douchebag, and you probably expected to get a tomahawk steak for like $5, and do you know what
Just
I mean?
stay
Like,
home.
get
Just
out,
stay-
dude.
stay
Like, just
home and
get
shut the hell
out,
up.
go to McDonald's. Like,
Seriously.
that's
Yeah. Well, that's one of the problems that's happening now is like a lot of people are staying home because it has gotten so expensive. So
Yeah.
there's not as many people going out to restaurants right now. And this happens. I've been through, COVID, obviously that closed one of my
Yeah.
successful restaurant down.
Yeah.
But then before that, in 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
we were in the middle of actually opening a restaurant and we had fuel going. And that's the first thing that people will cut out when the economy goes to hell. They stop eating out. Usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
I remember, I'll never forget in 2009, it was Oprah Winfrey who had a show on one of her shows, and she was talking about how to save money as a family. And she said, stop going out to eat. The next day, like our bookings were cut in half. It was unbelievable. It was like a light switch turned off.
Right.
And it took a long time for it to get back up and going again.
Yeah.
And this is the problem is like it's a lot of people. It is a luxury to eat out, and it's not a right to eat out or anything like that. It's a luxury, and we have to as proprietors of businesses like restaurants where it is a luxury, we have to be very cognizant of perception of value and make sure that people are happy when they leave. And that's where it's a bit of a double-edged sword for us.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. It's just part of the business.
I think it is that, but it's also like when you open, like you know who you're trying to attract.
Yes.
So again, it also comes down to like you also have no different than if you're making, like we do a lot of CPG, like a lot of consumer packaged goods. It's the same sort of idea. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to know what they're willing to spend, and those are the people you should talk to. It's no use trying to get someone who buys McDonald's every day to go to Monarch. They're probably not going to be massively happy. The value proposition is probably not going to be there. Blah, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to come to the restaurant anyway. So why don't we know we're talking about you? You're trying to pull from other people of similar and saying, listen, the burger is too cheap for what it is. You may not like the 24, 25, 26. Tough. It should be 35. You should be thanking us that we're not doing what we should be doing to you.
Yeah. Hey, you're speaking my language. I like even if I could charge 25, I'd be very happy. I mean, this is the thing is like a small independent place like mine, we have to pull people in with our value proposition, like you were talking. Whereas like a company like Earl's or Cactus Club, people are going there no matter what. And
Exactly.
they have no problem charging $25 for a burger or $26 for a burger because people are coming there and they're filling their seats every day, every anyway.
And not to pick on them, to get mediocre, relatively speaking.
100%. They do things right. They know how to do it. They do it well.
100%.
it's just not. It's not the same
No,
experience as going to Monarch, and that's
absolutely.
what we. That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
push.
You
The
charge
quality.
$17 for a double dirty.
Yeah,
17?
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
can't make money.
Are you sure?
I know how to run a business, and
Oh, I respectfully.
No, but I
Listen, I
think
don't
you
want
should
you
be
to spit in
higher.
my burger or anything. That's not what I meant.
But that,
No,
that
no, no, no.
seems really that seems really low.
well,
It's not what I meant. I just meant it should be higher.
I know, and I know. I agree. I think it should be higher too. I would love to make it higher, and we will be raising our prices because the price of beef has gone up
Yeah.
Astronomically.
80% in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But we have there are ways to do it. We don't buy anything. We make everything
Okay,
ourselves.
well that saves.
Yeah.
That saves a lot of money.
Yeah.
So everything's made from scratch. We cook everything a la minute. We don't throw a lot of stuff away because we know how much our par level should be. We have very skilled cooks who do what we do. We're a small place. We have less overhead for different things. We're like in Monarch itself, I think there's 9 seats, but then we're attached to Uncle Abe's next door, which has about 35 seats, and that expands to another 35 seats or so in the summertime when we have the patio open.
Right.
We know our client base very well. We do a lot of the menu was designed and priced so when people are ordering Uber Eats or DoorDash or something or things like that it works and we still make money. So
Okay.
we've been able to figure it out. But again, when it comes to Monarch, it's a very simple, very straightforward, just incredibly well done burger. It's not trying to be anything else. And the only thing that's on our menu is burgers and fries. Like we have poutine, but we don't have a chicken burger. We don't have,
Right.
we don't have a pizza. We don't have.
He's underselling it, you guys. He's
I
got
know.
a dirty burger.
I'm feeling it too.
He's
Phil.
got a double
and I
dirty
still
burger.
think it's too cheap.
I'm
He's
going
got
to tell you that it's
smoky
the best-
beef fat fry. Sorry, I'm interrupting you to give you a free plug, but holy
please
shit,
take
we're
it.
going
Oh,
there.
I'll sit back here and
Like
Holy shit.
we're going, Kenny. Like fucking.
So maybe we don't go
Oh.
Phil. Maybe we go see Sonia, then go get a burger.
No,
then
no,
if we have
we get a
time, we
burger
go
and
Phil.
then we go. No, we
Oh,
get
we'll
a
do
burger. And we
takeout.
eat
You know
the
what? We'll do takeout
burger
and just eat it away.
with
Yeah.
Robert at the.
Yeah,
That's how we do it.
All over
we open
it.
at 4 o'clock. We're open till 1 a.m. It's definitely worth your time. It's the best. I think it's the best burger in town. I took all of my experience of
Okay.
working at some of the best restaurants in California and Vancouver to make that burger, and it's.
Yeah, well, we're doing it for dinner then on the Friday. We'll come see you, and then on the way home, we'll just go back up to Maine. I live on the east side anyway. I live closer to the Italian center, so
No,
Oh, yeah, okay.
we have to make it to Poppina for the other.
Well, we're not quite open yet. So Poppina closes in the wintertime, so we're opening
Okay.
at the end of May.
Okay.
plus I got this burger in my head.
Uh,
Don't distract my thing here.
I look between his menus now, and then I just saw that you've got Raymond and Richard Ma on the podcast.
Yeah, from Northern
Because
Cafe.
I kind of
One of
love
the
that
best
cafe. I
restaurants.
thought I was going to die, right? Because I almost got run over by a forklift getting in there. Because my buddy who lives in the city took me there,
It's
and I was
amazing.
like, "Where the f are we going?" Right? But it was truly unique. It was interesting, right? So
It's a great.
and
I love
then-
that place, and those
Yeah.
guys, the whole family, do such an amazing
Yeah,
job.
they're gem of human beings. So
Absolutely.
It's,
Absolutely.
wow. So I'm very distracted at the moment because I'm now.
So
I'm
that
looking at your
double burger
Poppina,
that I'm looking at is how much?
$17.
$17.99 or something like that. Something like that.
Buddy, are you okay? I'm clearly,
I'd pay
know-
you $23 for that.
I think you're too cheap.
That's my gut reaction. I'm just saying.
The majority, I mean, it's interesting because the demographic on Main Street at that space is it's early people in their early 20s to early 30s. That's sort of the demographic.
They're spending $9 on a fucking latte 2 doors down. What are you talking about? That they
Yeah.
can spend the money.
Listen, people, just go there and give him $23.
Seriously,
So it doesn't matter
skip
what it
the
comes
latte,
to.
get
It's
a small
17.
coffee, go put the
throw
$4
down
bucks into the
$23 and
burger.
get a double cheeseburger.
What's the matter with you people?
I need you guys to be my marketing team. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit!
Yes, sir.
Even a single burger is only $13.
Yeah, no.
Buddy,
I
I think
appreciate.
I think it's
so
very
respectfully,
reasonable.
I know you how to make money, but oh my god,
come on, man! Like you're too cheap.
more.
Holy
Come and eat it.
shit, man! I didn't even.
And
that's-
when does Poppina open?
It'll be I think it's we're shooting for the end of May.
Hard shell chocolate sauce pretzels peanut butter, Kenny.
Oh yeah, we have the best soft serve on the
What
planet.
the-
We do a
Okay,
thing
what's
called
that one called?
puff cream.
Poppina.
Popina
Canteen.
Canteen. Yeah.
This is terrible.
We do a thing called the puff cream, and we have a proprietary mix of soft serve ice cream that we have made at Birchwood Dairy out in the valley, and it's the best soft serve around. And we do 12 different sort of topping things that we do it. We serve each puff cream is served in a cream puff shell that we have made, and
My mouth is watering right now.
yeah, it's really delicious. We also serve one of the best fried chicken sandwiches there in the city, I think by far. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm
You
very
have a
proud.
target audience here. That just made me
not
lock
for anything
in.
again, because we don't want to get you uptight. Granville Island ain't cheap to be on. Again, buddy.
This is last year's menu, so these are last year's menu.
Oh, okay, all right.
Hey,
all right,
seriously.
all right.
So,
So in case you're wondering, everything went up like $20. So the hot chicken sandwich is now $38. Probably still worth it. So
it is worth it. I would agree. It is I find it very inexpensive, but again, we're battling. It's a chef-driven concept. So like all the food. So I'm very lucky. I have two very good friends of mine, Angus Ann, who owns Mainom Restaurant and like a bunch of other restaurants, Sinom, Fat Mao, Longtail, an amazing chef, and then another chef and great friend, Hamid Salimian, who's a teacher at VCC. He was the chef at Diva at the Met. He was chef at a bunch of different places, an amazing cook, Culinary Team Canada, gold medal winner. All three of us partnered in Poppina. And all three of us took all of these years and years of high-end fine dining experience to make basically elevated comfort food, and that's what we did with Poppina. And
to make an inexpensive burger, which we're going to have to charge a lot more for.
Yeah, you need
I
a
think
price
that's awesome.
increase.
You're also going to have to get your buddies on the podcast. Like now, we're expecting you got to feed the podcast, man, because we love doing restaurants. Because if anybody needs help in this country, is restaurants. So
I mean,
let's
and the
double
restaurants
down
need to help
on
themselves
our
too.
homies.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like seriously.
I agree.
Wow.
This
I'm so hungry right now. You don't know.
Yeah,
And I just ate.
You can just in 20 minutes you can just dial up or just go into Uber Eats and order a burger. It's going to be
Do
there.
that. See if you get for me and Amelia. We should just get burgers tonight.
Do you want me to do it for you? I can do it from here. I'm in Toronto. I can do it.
We're on till 6 o'clock our time. I won't have time to do dinner. Maybe that's
right.
the worst idea.
That's right. That's
And
right.
we're not supposed to have meat tomorrow, so we have to do it today.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. It's Easter.
And then when Poppina opens, you'll be able to go get crispy cod and French fries.
Yeah.
Your next visit, what we're going to do.
Like a real lobster roll, like an East Coast real deal.
We're all over that. You can't not do that.
That one is too cheap. Like you can't get in New Brunswick. You can't get a lobster roll for $35.
You cannot.
Like, it's crazy. That one is a loss leader for us.
Like that like in Shediac, that's easily another $10, right? Like Shediac is supposedly like, the home of. They've got the giant lobster out front and everything to prove it.
And you have no idea how many complaints we get about it being at $35. Like it's just unbelievable.
Why?
Because people are cheap and they don't.
Then stay home. Go somewhere else.
No,
Go back to
because
McDonald's.
people don't know the difference between fake and real. Sorry.
Well, that's it. So that's a big.
Clearly,
there are other people that serve lobster rolls in town, and they're made with fake lobster, or they're made with dead lobsters, or they're made with inferior product. We use very high quality lobster, and it's the meat of 1.25 pound lobster. That's how much meat we put into that lobster roll. So it'd be the same as what would be in New Brunswick or in St. John's or wherever. And we have a dressing, and we use freshly baked brioche buns, and it's the real deal.
Oh, it makes me so hungry.
Oh my God, like seriously.
But it is, that is one that is totally consumer perception, right? Because you go touristy places and you get a lobster roll, but it's like this kind of like rolled up pastry, with fake lobster meat inside it, right? And then lots of sauce on it, right? So everyone goes, that's a lobster roll, right? But when you have a real one,
or they'll put lots of other things in it, like not just fake lobster, but like shrimp or pink shrimp.
They'll add things, or they'll sauce it up so you so you get the flavor.
So
That's not the way to do things, though, right? That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a, it's a,
Wow.
it's one of the things that we battle with all the time, and it's one of the things that a lot of independent restaurants battle with all the time because we don't have big marketing budgets, we don't have big, you know, buying conglomerates, things like that, like the Earls and the CAC
Yeah.
stuff like that. So we have to battle public perception about, you know, something interesting and new all the time, and most small independent restaurants in Vancouver have to do that. It's just part of the doing the business here. That's what makes
right.
it exponentially harder. But it also shows that when people are doing that, it just shows how passionate this business is because people
Also
aren't doing
shows
it.
how many cool people we have in the city. Like our
Yeah,
food scene is pretty cool here.
we don't we
Even
aren't
though
doing it for
it's gone through a rough ride, it's pretty cool. Like we got some cool stuff in the city, man.
100%. You know, from
Yeah.
all the like when people ask me where should they eat when they come to Vancouver, it's like go to Richmond. The best Chinese food, you know,
Better
outside of
than
Hong Kong
China.
is in Richmond.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And
Yeah.
Japanese food is like, you know, Sushi Hill to Masayoshi to so many other
There's
amazing
so
Japanese
many.
restaurants. And we have it very, very lucky here, and we don't even realize how cheap it is.
No,
It really is
no.
cheap. Yeah.
We've got great food in the city. I
You know
think the
what we
unfortunate part is just like, and again, like it's just since the beginning of COVID, there just hasn't been a break. Like it's
No,
really tough. Like, like even when what's his name, Ian will come on TV.
Dawson City, yes.
They all try, God bless them, but I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, like wouldn't it be nice one time you could come on and just say how successful everything's going and things are great. Like it's
Well,
never
that's exactly what the CTS is working for. So that's what I advocate for all the time is
yeah.
we should be charging what we need to be successful, and we should be charging, and we shouldn't be apologetic about it,
no.
and we
Should be
shouldn't,
proud of it.
and we should be paying our people properly and all those things.
Yeah, all of it.
Build a really good foundation, and then we don't have to go on TV and beg for people to buy gift certificates and
I
or
know. And
talk
it's
about.
it's it's sad. It's okay though. I don't get mad at it. It just saddens me more than anything because you're
Yeah.
thinking it's such a cool scene, and if we lose 5,000 restaurants in the Lower Mainland because they can't make it, well, that's not good. Well, what's the win in that? There's nothing positive about that, like zero.
The only thing the only thing that you really want out of that is we the consumer should be choosing where they go and then choosing based on palate and based on quality, right? So Monarch Burger makes the best burger in the city. I choose to go there, and I choose not to go places where, it's kind of like a burger thrown on a bun. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that what you really
100%.
do is you get selection. You get proper selection, right? Is like restaurants that aren't, they're only there because they're not good. They go away, right? And then eventually you get, you level up food. I think is
I
what you
guess
really
so.
want, right? But
Well, I mean, it's a lot of it has to do with the perception of quality, perception of value. It has to do with, what people are looking for, what people are comfortable with.
yeah,
The people you're hanging out with, like Earls and Cactus they did a really amazing job about figuring out how to make everybody happy. It may
Yeah,
be a little bit mediocre, but grandma's happy, the
yeah,
12-year-old's happy, the vegan daughter's happy, the
yeah,
mom's happy. Everybody's happy when they go
yeah.
there. Whereas at
yeah.
Monarch Burger, there's only going to be, of those six people, there are going to be two people that are happy, and the
Right.
others aren't going to be happy,
Well,
right?
they
So,
should just stayed home.
Well,
Why
they
did we
can just
bring
sit in the
them?
car and
Why did
wait.
we bring all that
They
like
can
the
sit in the
dead
car and
waitress they
wait.
had?
Like we'll eat fast. Don't
Who
worry. Like
invited them?
yeah,
or they can just order Uber Eats from all these
yeah,
different
Well,
places.
exactly.
yeah,
And we're not trying to pick on Earls. I like Earls
No,
and
I
Cactus.
know. They do an
Consider
amazing
what
job.
because they're pretty good. It's a consistent, decent,
Yes.
but it's not. Yeah, to me, it's again. Him and I because we do this when we travel together. It's the one-offs. I like the side door.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
I like a
Yeah.
bullshit little thing on an off street.
Yes.
Like just
I
And we won't choose a chain just
I
because
will
like
not choose
we
a chain
know
period if
we
I don't
know
have
look
to.
like Earl's is
No,
just fine, and we know we're gonna get every now and then,
all
right?
good,
So we
all
were in
good.
Victoria. We wanted a steak. We couldn't find anywhere. We went to the Keg,
yeah. Yeah.
because we knew, right?
It was
But
also late at night in
but
Victoria. Everything
you know.
closes like a freaking
But
seven
for the
o'clock. I feel
most
like.
part, we try and find mom and pops and indies,
Yeah,
um,
Well, it's
because
interesting. Like that's the way it is. The major almost all over in every city in the world is like that. It's
yeah,
mostly independent restaurants.
yeah,
It's in Vancouver because Earl's, Cactus, and Joey's started here from the
right.
Fullers, and they did such an amazing job. It's saturated the entire market and always
Right.
has been.
yeah,
So it's much like they have 75% of the dining seats in the city at any given time anyway. So
Right.
that other 20, all
Wow.
the independent restaurants are sort of
Scrambling for the other
scrambling to try,
25.
Yeah.
scrambling for the other 25. So it can
Yeah.
be very difficult for those other 25. Whereas, like you say, in most other cities, it's the Earls and the Cactus are very rare. Like there's only like
Yeah.
two, three in those cities, especially if you go into the U.S. and
Totally.
or and you're in other cities. Like the chains are like the really bad fast food places, like the
Right.
Subways and Taco Bells, and that's where they're everywhere. But when it
Yeah.
comes to sort of casual fine dining, which was coined here,
Yeah.
that's Earl's has those on lock here.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I got locations, and again, it's at least a consistent offering. Like you know what you're going to get, and it's
Mhm.
not brutal. To me, it's just mediocre is a bad choice. I don't want to pick on them, but it's kind of just I don't expect anything like I know the menu this month is going to be the same as last month.
Yeah,
I could probably go back. I mean, I've been ordering the same thing for 15 years. I already know what I'm going to get
100%.
almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know you're
But it's
absolutely
still
right.
good. It's but I like even with him like we'll do a Guy Fieri. We'll do diners, dive-ins, and drives all day.
Right.
Like I don't even care sometimes if it's because the experience is cool. It's and the food is generally good. But what I we love the independence. Love that like
That's where
the
you
guy
get,
or gal who's just busting it just to do
and
some really good food.
and that's where you get your the color of the city, and that's where you get the
100%.
the vibrancy of what's going on in the city is
Yeah.
small independent restaurants and bars
Yeah,
and things like that.
totally.
And that's why you travel. You travel to go and find those hidden gems, and that's what we try to do in our own city when we live here. But it's people also love going, like you said, it's the consistency that
I
you
get it.
can.
It's all good. And that's usually because you know what? You are bringing mom and dad. You're probably bringing the kid. Like you're bringing a group, and it is a lot. Like I can't take my dad for a cheeseburger. He doesn't like cheese.
Right, right.
Clearly, we're not big. And then then it'd be what then for them because they're older. It's too much food. It's too expensive. You're thinking, okay, clearly this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll go to Earl's.
Well, that's the
Everybody's
thing.
gonna be happy. All good in the hood.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Except me generally, because I'm thinking, okay, this is not what I wanted. I really wanted that fat burger, but that's okay. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Or the amazing bowl of ramen down the street, or the
Whatever,
gone,
man.
or the
Yeah,
gyozas at or the
Yeah.
whatever it
pizza
is.
at
Yeah.
the cafe, or yeah, I mean there's
Yeah,
a
I mean, we recorded in Justin's place like a couple months ago, and just did that. Like Burgoo is like just it's just I don't know like old school food. It's just
yeah,
shit
yeah,
you would make at
We
home. It's hearty. It's got something to flavor. The ambiance is kind of cool. Like I don't know, it's just like it was good.
yeah.
we're gonna introduce you to them too because I think they would love
Oh,
it.
we're bringing our other
But we
two
were
foodies for
there.
sure.
So our other two, the two that came with us to Burgoo, they run Munching on Molecules. One is a food scientist, and the other one is a food
I never get it
researcher.
right.
Oh, right.
I almost never get Christine's her
I get
title
it
right,
wrong
but I
all the
think she's
time.
a food researcher. So the two of them are
They like food like we do.
they geek out on food probably deeper than we do. They argue over what spices they can taste.
Oh well.
I'm like, I'm overjoyed. I'll just keep eating, and they're
Yeah, I'm
like,
just
no,
happy.
I can taste, and I'm like, I don't know. Yes, I think I can taste that, but I'll just keep eating. I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
You can enjoy food on many levels, right? Yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm actually thinking that what we got to do, Kenny, is collect a bunch of people, and then when Poppina's open,
I'll
we
just do
should go
that, man.
by. And you know what we need is we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 9 people, so everybody orders a puff cream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we can all
Yeah.
just do a different
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we can.
Well, that's not going to work. We're going to have to order 9 people, like 3 each, because you can't. What are
No,
you
we
going to do? You
need.
give me a bite?
Well,
Well,
I'm
I mean,
not
they're
okay,
big,
so we
so
can order 2. I don't know. Like
You either
we can
give me like
figure
a
that
third
out.
of it,
We
but
just
if we're
need,
doing a
you
bite, I'm
know,
not playing the
best
bite
thing
game.
to
I'm
do
not
is
sharing then. You guys do
just
your own thing.
you come back every day for 9 days. That's what you do.
Hey, I listen. I live in
we
East
could do
Van.
that too.
First off, I don't
We
go to
could
the
do
west
that
side,
too.
and gravel line's a pain in the ass to park in. So we're
Oh,
coming down as a
you're
treat.
100% right about that. That's why you park on the other side of Falls Creek and you take the ferry over.
I never did that.
I
I've done
do.
that.
I do that all the time, and I have a
Yeah.
restaurant there.
I've never done that.
I've done that actually.
I don't
Well,
go
I,
downtown
I
much.
wouldn't. I didn't have a car, so I walk from downtown and then take
Yeah, see,
the.
I never go downtown.
It's the pro move. Is you park down by Autostrada, underneath
Yeah, yeah,
the what do you call
yeah.
it? Chandelier
The
that's there.
Yeah, yeah.
chandelier.
And then
Yeah.
you take the aquabus over, and that's the pro move. Then you don't have to
Now
worry
there's
about
no
driving.
excuse, people. Go to Poppina Canteen when it opens.
Yeah, now we all we did is we just jammed the whole neighborhood with cars going across the street or across the water.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Ah, that's too bad. You know what? You picked that
That's okay.
neighborhood. I can't help you on that.
It is what it is. And it's like going to Granville Island. Like it's one of those things I would just wish they would stop putting cars down there and have a better
Yep.
transportation getting into
I
the
just
Yep.
wish that like a
The in
park
and
and
out
ride
should just be
somewhere
easier,
and
period.
just
Yeah.
tram us in or something.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
had that remember during
I
the
remember.
they had the
Yes.
tram that went
Why did
down.
they get rid of it?
I
Because
don't
we
know.
needed to build more condos.
Exactly.
I had $1 trillion a condo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, yeah. What can you do? It's always tough. It's always tough with the
Doesn't
business.
matter. You know what? I think what we do is we do this. You do your podcast, we do ours. We get more people talking and get people educated on why you're paying what you're paying. And you start
Yeah.
doing just start. I mean, I know we're all trying, but we need to support. We need to support our own more. We do. We
Yes.
can't put money into other countries. Like at least with Joey's and the group, it's Canadian. I get it.
Yeah.
It's at least it stays in the city. It employs, city folk. It's all good. But
Yep.
independents need
I feel
help.
like, you know what I feel like? Like, so I feel like the thing that restaurants can't do, but somebody needs to do it for them, is you almost like. So I'm just gonna pick on your double cheeseburger for a second, right? Is the double
Back to the
dirty
double cheese.
$17? It probably really should be
21 or
so that you
22,
guys make decent money, right? 23, $24, somewhere in there, right?
even there.
And spoken as a guy who just loves food, and burgers are right at the heart of all of those things, right? We all love to be fancy, but burgers are right in there, right? Is I would pay $24 for a double cheeseburger, especially one that looks like the one that's
I
on
just
your
assume
plate.
that's what they are now
Um,
anyway. That's what you're
but
paying.
I mean, this
but
is
you
keep
know,
going.
oh, sorry,
Like,
and then I'll just finish this up. But in my mind, is what you need is for someone to say, listen, so at $17, here's what a restaurant really makes
yeah,
on this burger, right? So imagine making $2 a burger. Now, multiply that, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
would you do
figure
it?
out all of the things that you're going to do. How is a restaurateur supposed to feed, like, how, like, pay and feed, like, all of these people and make $2 a burger,
Yeah.
like, free and clear after, because you lose people when you start talking about rent and costs and everything. But so pure profit things to make $2 a burger. Does that
Right.
make any sense?
To
Like,
hire your daughter, your
know,
niece, your nephew, whoever who
yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
have a
yeah, yeah.
job so they can go
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
school.
Like
And
that,
food service is usually the first place we go.
Yeah.
And then what? Well, clearly, how's he going to do that? $2.
Yeah. And it's
you guys
tough,
might-
right? Because
I-
you
I
don't want
said-
restaurants to do that, but you really
No.
guys, like when you pay $17 for a wicked burger like that, like,
this is the thing is I think that we need to. The reason why it's at that price, and I'll tell you exactly why, is because we do a cost.
sorry, I didn't mean to pick on you. I really want
no,
one
no,
of these
no, no.
burgers. So
I think it's important for people.
I'm
to-
ordering tonight
Yeah.
before the price increase.
yeah.
Exactly. I love.
I gotta
yeah,
get there
exactly.
before he gets
I'll
to.
see a-
Well,
I'll
put
see
up
the-
the price.
I'll see the sales bump up tonight. Well, the reason why we do that is because we have a cost analysis that we do of all the other independent burger places around downtown Vancouver. That's
Right.
so that's what we
Yeah.
do. And we try to be in the median of those prices. Now, the problem is with that model is that they might not use the same quality of
Well, that's just it, right?
but that's the hardest part to try to explain to a customer. Is if we use 63 acres beef, that's it's all BC pasture raised grass fed beef, and somebody else is using a beef from Argentina, that goes over 99% of the people's heads that are customers of
Yeah.
people buying burgers at any given time.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest problems that we have, and it's again it's our fault because we're not
I'll say the
marketing.
marketing is the responsibility of you, though. It's your point,
Yes.
what you're getting
Yes.
at. But again, to me, so like right now, we all know that it's hard to support local to some degree in Canada because local typically means for most people, even perception or not, price. It's a little bit more expensive.
Yep.
But people are getting used to it and people understand that. Then it's incumbent on you to either, as soon as I walk in, only local BC beef or something. Because it's a trigger to me to say, okay, clearly this isn't going to be as cheap as Mickey D's or another whoever. I don't care who it is, but
Yeah.
I'm already in perception wise thinking, okay, well then clearly I'm going to pay a little bit more. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean you're right, and there's a lot of different reasons why we do say it on the menu, or we don't say it on the menu, or we say it inside the place, or we don't.
Right.
And that's it. Also, it's where we are. It's the
Yeah,
fact that we're
yeah,
attached to a dive bar. Uncle Abe's is a dive bar, so we're not trying
Oh,
to.
you got JJ and you got Burgoo. Come on, there's three of you on the street that are asking nice dollars.
I mean, you're 100% right, and there's another great burger place just down the street from us, Street Hawker. They do a great burger too.
Okay, well there
They
you
do a
go. You
very
guys should all get
Asian style.
together. Let's go, pitter
Well,
patter.
this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to get to. So is as independent restaurants, just in general, need to all come to a consensus that we should not consider ourselves fast food like McDonald's or
yes,
A&W.
Right.
yes,
We
yes,
need to all raise our prices
yes,
congruently
Right.
to then go,
yes,
okay, this is what we need to be able to make as a profit margin to be able to give our employees living wages, to be able to pay the rents that are what the rents are in
Right.
Vancouver. And
To
we
be able to
can't,
buy more local because it typically is a little more expensive. Like all of it spins into a positive story.
you're absolutely right. And the other piece to it too is that if you're buying a burger in downtown Vancouver, you shouldn't be paying the same price as what you'd be paying in Salmon Arm or
No,
in
no.
Calgary because it's different. It's a different price inputs, right?
Everything's different. The land is 4 times the value. The taxes are 50 billion times. It's all
Exactly.
of it. Like it's all those
Exactly.
numbers.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, and
Come on.
again, it's about education of the public and perception of value. That's
I
where
think
we're
sometimes it's
talking
really got to
about.
get down to the perception. This is when I do like even some of the like I like Global will support a lot of times on the weekend. I mean, it's not great, but they're getting better. Like put a chef on, talk about the restaurant, like help people, like normal people get to this and say, okay, I get it. I mean, I like it, but I get it. At least I know, okay, this is treat day
Yeah,
or whatever. Like, because most people are going out more than they admit they're going out. Like skip an Uber, like you can see drop-offs everywhere. So come
oh
on,
yeah,
seriously?
absolutely. You're
And you're
absolutely
paying for that shit, right? Those two guys are doing okay. They're all making money, eh?
no.
The
They,
restaurant's usually not making money, and we're
well,
paying a little bit more, but
it's what's hilarious about it is Uber and Skip don't make any money. They've been losing money on
what
that
the hell are
model.
they doing?
I don't understand it because they take 30 bloody points
I
from the.
guess. So how are you not making money?
I
And
don't
then
know.
we're all tipping the drivers on top of that.
I
So they're not
know.
doing that part
It
either.
doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand tech, and I don't understand how that
All
that
full of
doesn't work.
shit.
it's
Just like Uber. Uber doesn't
it's
make money.
it's all mortgaged. It's all mortgage equity, right? Because what they're
Yeah, I
trying to
guess so,
do,
right? It's just a whole different
like
world
tech,
of money.
tech is all about like how do I
Yeah.
show that I can
Yeah.
hockey stick this? I can show growth and
Yeah, stock
adoption,
prices go through the
and
roof.
then
Blah,
they
blah,
get
blah.
investors to kind of fund this
Yeah.
thing until they can show this, and then they hope that people buy in. That's when they
Yeah.
make money, right? But the problem is like tech is like there's 1% or less than 1% that actually make it, and then the other 99 have sort of a good idea that loses a ton of investor money,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
And the ones who do make it are owned by two people and nobody else shares
yeah,
anyway, so who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
yeah.
And nobody in food, like nobody in food, makes this. Like that just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
No.
not a thing. No, it's not.
You're just trying to make this, not this.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's exactly right. Just a slow.
Okay, we had a 4 o'clock. We got to go. We can talk to him all night.
Yeah, we need to run. This has gone way too quick. I
I could
Thank
talk to you for
you.
hours.
thank you,
Next time.
for doing this with us.
That's
If
been
you
my
can,
pleasure.
love to have you back on.
Yes.
Especially when you open up the new place. Would love to have you. If you get friends and you want to throw friends our way, by God, please do.
Yeah.
And we're coming to see you probably on the Friday the 17th.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we might get distracted by Monarch, but we'll figure
No,
it
it's
out.
not open till 4. So we've
Yeah,
got
Monarch's open at 4. Yeah,
We get it on the way
Okay.
home.
Oh, okay. All
Monarch's open
right.
at 4.
Okay. All right. I got it.
It was a pleasure meeting you both.
Oh,
You guys,
pleasure was
chatting
ours.
and chatting with you, and I will definitely send some people your way. It's great chatting, and
Yeah, let's do it,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
and thank you for your support of everything. Come to the Commons. You guys got to come and check it
Oh
out.
yeah,
We're-
no,
I'm
we're
serious,
excited.
we're gonna
We'll
come
come.
down on the
We'll come and
17th after
film
Sonia.
and
Yeah.
yeah, very
Amazing.
excited. All right.
Cool.
Thanks,
All cool,
Robert.
bud.
Okay.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks for
Take
taking the
care.
time.
Guys.
Have a great night.
Bye, man.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, we
I'm
gotta
so
go.
hungry. I'm so
I
hungry.
know. I've
so
got
hungry.
I've got the burger up on my screen. So
I'm gonna order for dinner tonight. Okay, we
yeah,
gotta go.
you should. You
Thanks
should.
for listening, everybody.
Okay, thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.